It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Pizza Wednesday is here, and that means delicious homemade pizza on a thin sourdough crust. So follow along as we make this yummy pizza together. Oh my God. A little hot. Oh. It is delicious. So first things first, we're going to make our dough for our pizza crust. I usually do this in the morning so that it has time to rise and develop its flavor. Here's how we do it. I'm going to add a half teaspoon of yeast, just a half teaspoon, that's all you need. And this is a half cup of lukewarm water. This is going to activate the yeast. Swirl around a little bit. And now I'm going to add 1 1/3 cup of 00 flour. And this is a heaping 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour. You're probably wondering what 00 flour is. And what that is, it's a finely ground Italian flour that's mainly used for making pasta and pizza crust. It's lower in gluten, so it doesn't have as much elasticity as a bread flour would, and that's what you want when you're making pizza crust or a pasta dough. When you combine 00 flour with a little bit of all-purpose flour, that sets up for a really nice crispy crust. Now I'm going to add my sourdough starter. This is Patience, and yes, I refer to her as a person, a living person, because she is actually living. Sourdough starter is living. She's about 2 years old. She'll be 2 in December, and I'll do a video on how I make sourdough starter in the near future. But we add a half cup of sourdough starter to the dough. Next we add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. That gives it some flavor. And a teaspoon of salt. Use a dough hook. So we're going to use a dough hook to mix. And what I usually do is I mix the dough for about 5 minutes on medium speed. Okay, as you can see, our dough has come together very nicely. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the inside of my bowl. And I'm going to place the dough in here. Now I want you to take note of the size of the dough. And we're going to compare that when we come back later before we bake. And I'm going to cover the bowl with plastic wrap so it doesn't dry out, and this will help encourage the rising of the dough as well. Did I forget to mention the other added bonus to Pizza Wednesday? That would be freshly baked chocolate chip cookies. This is chocolate chip cookie dough that I've made previously and frozen for future use, which is today. I have a video that I'll put the link in the description below on my Ooey Gooey chocolate chip cookies, so be sure to watch that. About 45 minutes before you're ready to eat, yes, 45 minutes, you need to set your oven to 550. Why such high heat? High heat ensures that you're going to have a nice crisp crust. Here, ready to make pizza. Remember the size of the dough this morning? Let's look at it now. Look how much that has risen. That's amazing. I've generously sprayed a perforated pizza pan. The importance of a pizza pan with holes is that it ensures that all of the crust gets even baking. Also, it helps with the crispier crust. So what I'm gonna do, I have my pizza dough, and all I'm gonna do is just pop it out here on the pizza pan. Now this is a 16-inch round, and this crust is going to make a 16-inch thin crust pizza. And basically what I'm doing with my fingertips is I'm just spreading it out like this. Takes a little while to do it. I'm gonna turn the pan as I go. It takes a little elbow grease. Nothing wrong with that. We are going to pre-bake our pizza crust now that I have it all spread out on the pizza pan for 5 minutes at 550 degrees. Why pre-bake? I pre-bake my pizza crust because I don't want a soggy crust. Soggy crust is the worst. This helps the crust set up by pre-baking it, and then we will put our toppings on. Our pizza dough or our pizza crust is out of the oven. This is exactly what you're looking for. A little bit of browning, not too much. Now we're gonna add our toppings. I don't have exact amounts because everyone's different. I like sauce. So I'm a little heavy-handed on the sauce. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take our sauce and put it on the crust. And I just take the back of a spoon and I swirl it around. Like that. And then the next thing I do, see if I can get any more out of this, down to the last little bit here. There we go. The next thing I do is I add my cheese. Today I'm using mozzarella. I like to use fresh mozzarella, and after I've cut it, I just kind of lay it out like this over the sauce. I also like a lot of cheese, so I'm a little heavy-handed on the cheese. But again, that's all up to you and what you like. So I'm adding my fresh mozzarella. I try to distribute it as evenly as I can. Now I have, the other thing I have here is some fresh cojito cheese from a recipe that I used earlier this week. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit on there. Go. And next is our toppings. So I try on Pizza Wednesday, I try and change it up a bit. So this week I'm using turkey pepperoni, red bell pepper, and some scallions. So first thing I'm gonna do is distribute my turkey pepperoni all over the pizza. I'm also heavy-handed on my toppings. I like a full-bodied, a full-bodied pizza. That should do it. And then I just take my red pepper, sprinkle that over. And this is a sweet red bell pepper. Next I have scallions. I'm just gonna sprinkle those over, and then we'll get this delicious pizza in the oven. One thing I forgot was my Parmesan. I always have Parmesan on my pizza. Parmesan. I just sprinkle it on. Again, no measurements here. It's all in what you like. And I like a lot of cheese, and I like a lot of toppings. So what I'm going to do is this is called a pizza peel, and I'm going to take the actual crust off of the pan that we initially pre-baked, and I'm going to put this on the pizza stone. Our pizza is ready. Look at that. I'm gonna take the pizza peel and I'm gonna get the pizza onto the peel, and we are going to come over here and we're going to put it, voila, onto our original pizza pan. Michael is our expert pizza cutter. Listen to that. Listen to that. That's the crust. Nice and crispy, and that's exactly what we want. Pizza Wednesday. Oh my God. A little hot. Well, it is delicious. And last but not least, to end our Pizza Wednesday, ice cream and the fresh Ooey Gooey chocolate chip cookies that I baked. It's Wednesday and pizza. Yum. Crust. Generously sprayed a perforated pizza dough that I've made previously and frozen for future use, which is today. Cookie dough. What did I say? Pizza dough. Pizza dough. I don't mean pizza dough. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment in the comments section below and share this video with your friends. I've added a link to the recipe in the description below. See you next time on Simply Wendy Live, Love, Bake.